UvaldeRadio.net, recipient of the Main Street Uvalde 2019 Alliance Award, finalist Texas Downtown Association 2020 President's Award, Best Downtown Partner, and finalist 2021 Texas Internet Radio Chart Awards, Best Internet Radio Station. Uvalde Radio, redefining radio in Uvalde, Texas.
UvaldeRadio.net, it's your concert station. That is Velvet Saddles and the title track to their new EP called Strange Days. They will be performing at the, 40th anniversary Hunters Roundup, brought to you by the Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce. And that's happening tomorrow, Friday evening, at the Uvalde County Fairplex. And you know what? To give us a little bit of insight into the big gig and to talk about the band, I've got members of Velvet Saddles on the phone right now. What's up, guys? Welcome.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, everybody. What's going on, Robert?
We're having a rock and roll conference call here, so I guess, because this might get confusing, let's go ahead and go down the line. Tell us your name and what you do in the band.
Hey, my name's Jimmy. I play guitar and sing and write songs in the band, do a lot of the recording. My right-hand man right next to me.
Yeah, I'm Javier Sanchez. I'm the guy here out of Uvalde, and I, again, help Jimbo out with the writing process, producing, my role in the band. I'm also managing, and I play drums. Our other two guys, they're out in, New Braunfels right now. They couldn't make it to the conference call, but that's me, DW on bass, and then our other buddy, Eric Calhoun, he's going to be on the Rhodes piano, and he's kind of our maintenance guy, does a little bit of everything, he does a little bit of, guitar, electric, and acoustic, and so he's kind of there for us with everything there.
I like that, maintenance guy. I need one of those right here.
So, for sure.
So, Javi, you're based out of Uvalde, and then where the other guys are in New Braunfels. So, man, you guys, what's rehearsals like for you guys? It must be pretty tough, right?
It's pretty hard being in 4 different cities. I'm in Austin most of the time. I have a lot of free time, so I kind of get around with all the guys. But Rehearsals are like, we write some songs, we usually email each other back and forth about, ideas. We can't really make any decisions because we're not really playing all that often. We kind of make a lot of decisions one day at a time when we do get together. And it's like, let's remember that. Let's try this out. Let's try this out. We'll try new things.
So where
usually
is
how our rehearsals go?
Where is the place that you guys rehearse? Do you guys meet in the middle somehow, or do you like rotate, or you got practice space? Well, what's that look like?
Yeah, mostly the guys, they like to come down here to Uvalde. I have a good practice spot here in town, and it's a good way for us, kind of, especially for the other guys who live in the city, kind of decompress and kind of get out of what's going on, and can kind of focus on taking care of business when we get together and practice here. But yeah, everyone really does like coming down here. This is definitely our, I guess you could say I don't want to say we're based out of here because we're all based out of everywhere. But we do a lot of work here for sure. So here in Uvalde, I guess you could say is our.
I would imagine Uvalde, especially if you're from a bigger city, would be a great place to kind of come together and kind of get in that chill mode and just really kind of hunker down, and get some music done. So let's go and talk about the history of the band. Now, how long has Velvet Saddles been around? Have there been some lineup changes, over time, over the years? And how has that evolved as far as from the beginning to where you guys are now?
I mean, we've all been friends basically almost our entire lives. Like, we used to skateboard as kids together. We've been in so many different incarnations of all kinds of music, of bands together. And it only came together around, hate to say it, like when everything else happened, you get a lot of free time in 2020, and you decide that you have a lot of time to write and maybe think about some ideas and, try to do something at home when you can't go out. So I was toying with some songs in 2019 and emailing them and trying to figure out what we would do with them, trying to come up with our sound that we have right now. And everybody responded really well to them, and we took it from there and recorded some songs, and we got a lot more written, and now we're playing shows. It's been pretty organic since we've all known each other for a very long time.
Well, and that's great because, again, knowing each other, you guys already have that rapport, you've got the relationship, probably the chemistry, because especially during a pandemic, I would think that, there's something about getting a band together in a room, in a jam session, where you're able to literally in real time bounce ideas and sounds and riffs off of each other. But during a pandemic, when you're having to do things in a much more sterile setting, via email and Zoom meetings and whatnot, you really need the benefit of knowing each other. What were the challenges of writing and creating a sound during the pandemic?
I would say, the challenges were basically just trying to find a day that we could get together that we felt good about. Mm-hmm. Because we all just kind of stayed in our own places. And once we finally did get together, it was like, all right, we like this, we like that out of here. Let's try to change things now that we're present. So it's very slow process.
Very cool. Yeah. Well, man. Well, the material sounds great. You've got the new Strange Days EP. I know you guys have a couple of other tracks out there. So give us a brief history, I guess, of what recordings you guys have kind of out there, in the ether.
Yeah, we did Strange Days. It was a lot more songs to begin with, trust me. Uh-huh. And it was like, hey, we got to take some of this stuff out and save it for later. We don't know what we're gonna do yet. Strange Days. The first song we actually wrote was the second song on the EP called Runaway, and that was kind of the track to get everybody on board. And it was like, okay, I have this idea. Are we going to go with this? And it's usually we're taking tons of ideas and inspiration from like the Eagles and Dwight Yoakam, Duran Duran, all the way back to like old time stuff like Charlie Rich and John Anderson from the 80s. Just trying to have this like 70s really dry rock and roll country vibe. Mm-hmm.
So as far as the way you guys all work together and put these songs together, what is the process? I guess you probably spearhead it, and then the guys just kind of tweak it. What does that process look like?
I have an idea of like what I think a song is going to be. I usually write on acoustic guitar, or I'll come up with a riff or something. Then I kind of like to map it out with, a chorus, verse and things, instrumental breaks. Try to put everything you possibly can in it so that all we need to do is add our own stuff and then subtract things we don't want to do instead of force ourselves to put in things that aren't even there. So we try to go, everything in the kitchen sink and then just subtractively put things together.
Now you cited a lot of kind of influences. Are you guys all pretty eclectic music fans, and how does that work with what you guys, put together?
Definitely. Definitely, yeah. I mean, we're both. I mean, all of us are all really big, record collectors. Our libraries of records kind of, and not to mention CDs. We're massive CD buyers back when that was a medium. got a couple of binders of those bad boys. But yeah, all of our, all across the board, our music kind of tastes just go from everywhere, and definitely reflects in the music that we make. Like Jimmy was saying, we love the complexity of songwriting. We'll throw the kitchen sink at it. But, then again, we just love the simplicity sometimes of songwriting and, how energetic that can be. And our taste definitely reflects that. What's in our libraries of vinyl. I mean, literally like what Jimmy said, just everything from country to rock to dance to music. I mean, disco, you name it. We're fans of music across the board. Anything that can get us moving, really.
Now, I'm telling you what, man, what I really dig about what you guys got so far is it's pretty obvious that you guys are audiophiles because your artwork, has this kind of cool vintage. You got 8-track, vinyl. You guys are going for, I guess, a certain motif. With again, like that audiophile kind of vibe that maybe not everybody picks up on, but because I'm a radio guy for decades, I was like, these guys, who does your graphic art design? How is that all inspired?
I do a lot of the graphic design. I come with a lot of ideas. We have some really talented people that are right behind us, helping us do Photoshops, helping us, try to own in the image that we're looking for. Like, we have old, dirty record jacket look. Yeah. Old 8-tracks. Just the colors, the way it looks. A lot of it we want to do like newspaper print style, like screen print old posters. We have tons of like ephemera in our collection of cool stuff, and we just like to draw on that stuff first and foremost.
Yeah, I think we like tangible stuff. Like everything that we do, it is pretty tailor-made. When it comes to our business cards, our T-shirts, everything we do, we have a hand in it. We're doing everything ourselves. We're very much of being able to touch it and feel it, and whatever it is that we have in our image, and we're. I guess I don't know. That's why we're very aesthetically. We just like to have everything tangible.
Well, I'm telling you what, man, your digital presence is really, really cool, and the aesthetic really is something that sets you guys apart. So kudos on that and the team that's helping you out with that. So again, we got members of Velvet Saddles on the phone. They are performing tomorrow, Friday evening, at the Hunters Roundup. Man, 40th time they're doing this in Uvalde. This is a pretty cool gig. Let's go and talk about that, man. Hunters Roundup at Uvalde County Fairplex. What can we expect when we go see you guys, Velvet Saddles, perform?
I mean, to be honest, if you're listening to the music on, any kind of streaming place, the songs are there. They're going to be there. They're going to be a little different. We're definitely musicians first and foremost, and then we're, audiophiles, all this stuff, artists later. The songs will change. There's intros, outros. We'll do things longer. We'll add stuff. We like to keep each other on our toes for the most part, but we're going to stick to the bill. We don't want to confuse anybody with what's actually happening here. It's just going to be fun. It's first and foremost, it's our music. We just want to get it out there, and we want to reach as many people as possible. And the easiest way to do that is just to give them something that they can go home with that's a little different than what they can always get online.
Now, will you guys be sticking to your originals, or are you going to throw a few covers in there? What does the set kind of look like?
Yeah, there's a couple covers. Nothing crazy. Can't really let any cats out of the bag yet.
You're good.
It's cool stuff that you don't usually hear people doing. It's like, oh yeah, you like this on this band, and you'd think that we'd go for like, the staple by them, and it's like, no, we're going to do this weird, obscure thing that people might not have ever heard, and we might be the people to give it to them.
I love it already, man. Sounds good. Now, if you wouldn't mind, do you guys know formatically how your performance is going to be? I know the event is from 5 to 10 p.m. I can't imagine you guys are playing the entire time. Are there like set times? Do you guys have any information as to when that's going to happen?
I have not got any specific detail on our exact time, but I know we have it broken up into 2 sets. From what I hear, that's how they're doing the raffles this year. It's not going to be just all one big, shebang. It's going to be broken up. So I'm assuming we're playing in between whenever they're having the raffles. So we're either playing right before and in between. Either we're closing it out or we're playing right before they do the big raffle at the end. But That's all the information I have about that so far.
Well, very good, man. Well, we're just really excited that you guys are performing here in town, and that you're performing at the Hunters Roundup, because for an event that's been going 40 years, they haven't really had much live music associated with this event, and I'm glad that Regina is making a conscious effort to make this happen. And while I'm at it, man, let me thank you guys. I mean, I've seen you guys at our local Texas showcase at the Uvalde Opera House. You guys definitely support, the scene. How would you guys say you guys fit into what Texas country, red dirt, Americana? What's your place in it, and what do you guys, want to be?
Yeah, I mean, we could say we're born and bred. We're from New Braunfels, Canyon Lake. We're all from outside. Born and raised, growing up, we're all from outside of San Antonio, and from Uvalde, Canyon Lake, New Braunfels. That's where we grew up. So, that's kind of it. It's already in our blood, and we're kind of trying to start something down here in Uvalde as well. We're already getting a lot of people of interest that want to come out down here and do some fun stuff. People, our peers, the peer artists that just want to come out here and not say, start something, but we want to get something going down here. We've been playing some shows already over at Ruby's. That's kind of our little home base here in Uvalde when we play shows. So, keep an eye out for that. We'll be doing some more announcements on some upcoming events going on over at Ruby's in the very near future. So, yeah, we're kind of doing our own thing. That's kind of, and then kind of working with all of our peers and people that we know that are, doing this as well.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, take it from somebody who's also trying to champion, a scene in Uvalde in the area. I really appreciate what you guys are doing, because it's one thing to get a band together, and try to do some gigs. A lot of times, a band will try really hard to get out of their hometown, and exit. But just the fact that you guys are playing in town, and that especially you bigger city folks from Austin and New Braunfels who are actually coming down here to gig in Uvalde, that is something that people like me really recognize and really do appreciate. So thank you guys for helping put Uvalde on the map, because if you guys make it big, it won't just be the Palominos and Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Hey,
it'll be Velvet Saddles, man, right?
We want. We want to hang out with those guys. We want to be with those Palominos.
Very good, man. All right, so give us what other information do we need to know about Velvet Saddles before we play another track off the EP?
Wow, wasn't expecting that. Don't think that the next thing is going to be like the thing before it. We have some songs recorded in the bag. We have some stuff coming up. We have some string of shows that we're going to be doing. Some bigger shows, hopefully, with some name artists. Nothing to speak of at the moment, but other than that, just come on out, have fun. I mean, everybody's important. We want Uvalde to be as important as Austin and San Antonio. Equally as important. Dives, big shows. Opening and closing, doesn't matter what we're doing with these shows. Just come on and hang out with us.
We are excited about you guys, again, calling Uvalde home. Give us all the information, the website, where to find your music, all those specifics.
So, basically every single streaming platform you could imagine that isn't in beta testing, we have music on.
All right.
We are there. Amazon Prime, iTunes, Spotify, first and foremost. Trying to get something physical out, hopefully by April next year. You can hit us up on Instagram at Velvet Saddles. Same thing for Facebook, Velvet Saddles. Mm-hmm. Velvet Saddles.
And we have our website, velvetsaddlesofficial.com.
velvetsaddlesofficial.com. And I've got to ask this man, the name. What inspired the name Velvet Saddles?
Hobby, go on.
Okay, I knew that. I get asked all the time. Velvet Saddles, I always say it's just, it's the feel. It's kind of our what we do. It's right in between that rock and country. It's everyone wants to ride that Velvet Saddle. It's a smooth ride, and that's kind of our sound. We're just a smooth ride. Nothing, that's going to take you, out of your comfort zone. So you're always going to feel good about it. So everyone, seems to be receptive to everything that we do. So, just enjoy the ride. That's what I say.
Well, very good, man. Well, I didn't do this. We kind of spaced on this, but, we first played Strange Days. Go ahead and give us a quick background on the inspiration. I know that the song kind of came out of the pandemic, so give us a quick idea of that. And then we're going to play Runaway next and go ahead and, I guess, go into the inspiration of Runaway as well, too.
Cool. Yeah, Strange Days was just, I had a riff, and I had no idea what to do with it. And then I'd written this poem. It was going to be some kind of like Jim Morrison, just free. I like all kinds of stuff. I like doing all kinds of stuff, exercise my brain. And I read it to a friend, and he was like, that very well could be just a really good song if you just, didn't do this or this. I was like, oh man, I really don't appreciate that, but I think you're right. So I put it to some music, and it was just musing on, the strange things that happen when you're not in control anymore. It's like whatever I can think about, whatever I can wish upon, whatever I can wish it was a different way,
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely relevant to today, or at least what we're coming out of right now. And how about Runaway? That's the second track on the EP, which we're going to play here in just a moment. Give us some background on that one.
So Runaway being it was the first song that, I showed the guys before it was even recorded. And it was just I'm heavily influenced by, Bob Dylan, 60s Bob Dylan, Dylan Goes Electric. And I just loved putting so many words and trying to be as cool and suave in and around the beats of music that I could, and tell a little story about somebody running away and then saying, hey, no, I actually don't. I just want to stay here where I'm at. And it's just no big grandiose, arc of literary work. It's just kind of fun, has good music, and it just kind of flows with it.
Well, very cool. We're about to get it on the air right now again. The website is velvetsaddlesofficial.com. Find them in all the places you get music, and be sure and check them out live tomorrow, Friday evening, 5 to 10-ish at the Uvalde County Fairplex as part of the Uvalde Area Chamber of Commerce's 40th annual Hunters Roundup. We're excited to have you guys performing, at a really big, high-profile event here in Uvalde County. So, without further ado, let's do it. This is Runaway, Velvet Saddles on UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate you guys.
Hey, thank you for having us up.